This half hour, a request to be removed from the presidential ballot denied. Happening now, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will remain on Michigan's ballot in November, while the Secretary of State office says he cannot withdraw. And as the Friday night lights return to the football field, we'll take a look at the key role athletic trainers play in a student-athlete's safety. Plus, businesses come together in support of one another. How Texas Roadhouse is helping Jeffrey's Restaurant reopen its doors as your TV6 Morning News continues.
From Upper Michigan's source, this is your TV6 Morning News.
Good morning. Happy Friday. It's the start of a long weekend for some. Not I, Jennifer. I will be laboring on Labor Day, but it's going to be a great weekend to do some things. We are starting off with some light rain, though.
That's right.
In 2024 coverage now, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will remain on Michigan's presidential ballot despite his request to be removed. Kennedy suspended his campaign last week and endorsed Donald Trump. The Secretary of State office says that Michigan election law is clear. Once a political party formally nominates and certifies a candidate, as the Natural Law Party did in this case, and that candidate accepts the nomination, as Kennedy did in April, that candidate shall not be permitted to withdraw. Based on this law, Kennedy's request to withdraw from the November ballot was rejected. Although Kennedy has said he would try to remove his name from the ballot in battleground states, he's made clear that he wasn't formally ending his bid and said his supporters could continue to back him in the majority of states where they're unlikely to sway the outcome. Happening now, the excitement and the action is back. It's officially football season, and athletic trainers play a key role in student-athlete safety. From the weight room to the field, trainers are there to make sure students don't push their bodies too hard. Newer state rules also put a bigger focus on concussions and head and neck related injuries. State laws require athletic trainers to complete 75 hours of continuing education every 3 years. They also need to complete training in first aid, CPR, and AED use. Tomorrow, hundreds of runners will hit the Iron Ore Heritage Trail to try for their best time in the annual Marquette Marathon. Last night, one of them visited Queen City Running Company to share his story. Last year, pacer Tom Perry paced the Marquette Marathon. He's a stage 4 cancer survivor who has run more than 700 marathons, and now he's set to pace the race again, making it his 707th marathon. The Queen City Running Company operations manager says running was an important outlet for Perry after his diagnosis. Man, I struggle thinking about running one marathon to run 707. I can't even imagine that incredible feat, but I know so many runners have their eyes on you, Jennifer, for that forecast. Yeah. And right now, if you're a healthcare professional, mark your calendar for September 13th. The Upper Great Lakes Healthcare Conference takes over NMU's Northern Center all day. I'm here with Jennifer and Kate to talk more about it. So that's coming up in just a couple of weeks. In a nutshell, what's the mission of this healthcare conference and what do you hope to accomplish in it?
So our mission is to help bring all healthcare workers together and be able to join in a collaborative group, sharing information, helping to build that professional relationship and advance careers.
Kate, what are some of the topics of specialization that will be covered there?
So the conference is two different groups coming together. One is the AACN, which is the American Association for Critical Care Nurses. The other one is Association for Women's Health, Obstetric and Neonatal Nurses. And so those two groups have collaborated to provide this. So we're offering 2 keynote speakers that can speak to all kinds of healthcare workers, as well as breakout sessions that will target whether you are an emergency nurse, intensive care nurse, maybe you provide women's health, those kinds of things, as well as outpatient care. Everything from an EMS worker who might be the first person to encounter someone needing health care, right on through to a follow-up visit in a clinic, so everything.
I feel like this healthcare conference is coming at a really important time too. In our culture here in the UP, we're experiencing a shortage of workers with the hospital, the critical care hospital in Ontonagon recently being closed, some lack of some women-specific doctors. How do you hope or think this might address that, or at least get people talking about it?
I think in part it's that reminder that we do function as one large community. We do hope to reach into northern Wisconsin and lower Michigan as well, so I don't want it to be just exclusive to UP workers. However, we all know that our paths crisscross all the time across the peninsula, so we're hoping just to do some networking as well and remind each other that we're in this together.
Now we have some information about that event that we can get up on the screen. And as a reminder, who should register for this event? Who can register for this event? Why should they consider doing so, and how do they do it?
So we're looking for anybody in the healthcare career, so EMS, social work, nurses, providers, bringing everybody together in that information sharing. It's a really good event, and it offers some credits that we require for nursing and social work, as well as EMS. So it's going to kind of help to bring everybody together and give them a little bit of an edge up.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a great opportunity to network with other professionals in your industry and to learn a little bit more about it going forward. I wanted to thank the both of you for joining me here this morning.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for having
you
us.
very much.
Of course, and I will share all of this information to our website, uppermichigansource.com.